Okay, hey guys, welcome back to Resurgence series. We are in the day 8 upper bracket finals. And the game today, it is gonna be the game between uh skirmishers and power lineup or something. So we are into this. I'm casting with next. So next, what are your thoughts on this game?
Hi, Chief. So, yeah, we are expecting a great performance from both these teams. So, as you guys know, it's state of the Wild Rift Resurgence series. And of course, this is the upper bracket finals. So, it will be really interesting to see which team, both skirmishers and punchlines, they have done well. Uh, yeah, so let's hope that both these teams can put up a great performance.
Yeah, and also, so since Seth and Yumi have been released very recently, so what are your thoughts on the new champion and overall the entire Resurgence series? Because we have seen new teams come up and show extremely
Mhm.
good performance. And one of the teams in this, it is Punchline, right? So
Yes,
Punchline, nobody knows these teams, right? And they are the underdogs of the championship. So
of
after
course.
seeing them throughout the tournament, what are your thoughts on on the Punchline? Because we all know skirmishers, we
Mhm.
all have very famous players. They're all gems, right? But
Of
skirmishers,
course.
sorry, Punchline is a team which is like a completely new team out of the box team,
Mhm.
right? Nobody has seen
Right.
them, nobody has heard of them. And over here they are in the finals, right? So them being in the finals, playing against Bishi's team skirmishers.
Mhm.
So I don't know your thought process behind this.
So as you correctly mentioned, skirmishers, which is of course known as Bishi's team, they are a star-studded lineup. You have people like Prophet, Lost, Vanquisher, to name a few, who are a solo carry gods, I would say. So Punchline have done really well in this tournament, though in this match they are the underdogs. But if you see that journey throughout the tournament, they have taken out teams like Annihilators, DR Unique, Alphabets. I mean, mind you, these are not small names to say the least. So yeah, I am expecting them to put up a really great performance, and let's hope that they can, give skirmishers a great fight in the finals.
Okay. And so with that being said, we are more going to be moving into the draft phase, and we are going to be seeing draft phase. So I mean, I have been off the wild chart for quite some time. So what are your predictions for the bands? Do you think anything new is going to be coming out, or do you think it's just going to be the usual things? Because from what I know, Alistair was then used to be banned.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, of course, Alistair has already been a very great pick in this tournament. So banning Alistair does make sense, and it would be really interesting to see that whether the blue team goes in for a Darius or a Fiora ban, because we all know how deadly Bishi can be with those champions. But will we be seeing those three champions? Yeah, of course. So there we go. Fiora is getting banned, and that's exactly what we predicted. But again, Darius is still open. So do you reckon Bishi might be going in for a Darius pick over here?
I mean, we all know how good of a Darius player she is, and especially ever since Dunk Master Skin has come out, I have seen all of his reels, all of the shots where he gets quarter kills, penta kills. So I do expect the Darius pick to be coming out.
Yeah, let's just see what Bishi and others might be picking in this game. But yeah, we are seeing a Brom getting picked from Punchline, and of course, Brom is a very strong pick as a support, and that too if you've banned a champion like say Lulu, who makes sure that those engages are not that clean. All right, so we are seeing a Darius pick right now. So again, not too surprising because we are seeing a very serious matchup on our hands. So we will be seeing everyone go with their comfort picks and try and cause a lot of damage. Again, Loss going in with a J4 seems like a decent combo, to be honest.
I mean, J4 has always been the champion in jungle, which is, a very reliable champion, right? Because no matter what you have, no matter what you face, J4 is always going to be an option for you to engage, right? No matter how behind you are, no matter how ahead you are. So that's exactly why I'm going to be looking. I like the Jarvan pick over here, right? And especially paired it up with something like 6 or something. Oh, no. Opponent is going to be picking up the 6 and wins. I think let's just scrap it out. So yeah, Jarvan all in all as a jungle option is a really great pick over here.
Right, right. We might see a pairing of, say, J4 and Oriana. Even that's quite good. And okay, we are seeing Nami being picked right now. So mid lane and ADC is still open to be picked. And the second stage of the bans will also start very soon. And as you can see on the side of punchlines, we are seeing a Ziggs getting picked. So of course, a lot of damage is to be expected during the entire course of the game. And also Vayne getting picked. So what are your thoughts on Vayne as an ADC in this meta?
I mean, Vayne has always been a top tier ADC, right? Because if you just put her up with a sim support, right? Anyone who can sim Vayne, like, over the game, and like for the first 7 minutes, you need to sim the Vayne. And after that, she
Right.
becomes the piece she's always meant to be, right? So yeah, Vayne, I'm really excited to see how they're going to be planning up a Vayne versus a Vayne and a Braum versus a Nami, right? Because usually when you play Vayne, you need Enchanter support, right? You're always looking for something like a Lulu, you're always looking for something like a Nami. But then now that they have that Vayne up with the Braum, yeah, let's see how it's going to be, battling out in the bottom there.
True, true, true. As you correctly mentioned, we need an enchanter support to maximize the utility that Vayne can provide. And I was really expecting to see Ezreal being picked alongside Braum. But again, we expect the unexpected from Punchlines. They have done so far, they've done really well in the tournament with the comms that they have gone in for. So let's see if they have a plan in mind, if they have a strategy, and let's see how they can put it on display for us. So an Ash getting picked over here. Again, a good composition. I guess they are going in for a lot of CC. And if they don't pick Olaf right now, which I don't think is banned, they might be in a spot of bother.
Olaf, I'm not really sure how good Olaf is right now because Olaf was always that. I mean, not the primary juggler, bit, right? And now that the looking also at the bans, right? Look at the bans. The blue team has banned the Ari and the Yasuo.
Mhm.
Just venting out on the mid lane picks for the blue red side, right? And that's exactly what
Right.
red side is doing for the same, but for the jungle role, right? Look at the bans, Wukong ban and Mundo ban. But then there are
Mhm.
going to be very clear options, a very dominant picks coming out because Malphite is a very, very good engage option you have. And not just Malphite. You again have the Pantheon being picked up in the jungle lane, right? So
Right.
yeah.
I mean, just to be honest, Olaf over here would have made so much sense. You have Seraphine, you have Nami, you have Ash that can actually, stun you so much. There's so much of CC in the red side, and I think they'll have their work cut out, the blue team, for this game. And especially with a champion like Malphite that only has his ultimate, to say the least. You're not expecting too much to come from punchlines over here.
I'm like very curious seeing the Seraphine pick, right? Because Seraphine as a support, as a million, is not something which is we don't see a lot of Seraphine, right? I would much
Mhm.
rather have gone for something like a Diana, over here, right? Because as you all know, Jaravan and Diana are
Of course.
explosive combo, right? Jaravan goes in first, Nami ultimate follows, Diana goes in and boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom. I mean, if you
Right,
execute
right.
that in perfect synergy, right, you can almost get a very, very clean ace, right? But then seeing the Seraphine being picked up here, I mean, then again, it gives an engage option for the red side, but then I would have much rather gone for something like that.
Mm-hmm. Of course, that makes sense. That's a bread butter combo, to be honest. But I think skirmishers, from what I feel, they are coming in with a plan. They want to, play around Darius. They want as much as CC or as much as damage that they can get from this squishy champions, and then Bishi might just come in, clean up with his first ability, and then just go bam, bam, bam with his ultimate. So let's see how the plan goes, how the game goes, and it'll be really interesting to see what the game has in for us.
Yeah. And also, I'm like really excited to see all of the Luna Festival, right? Since like I haven't played the game for quite some time, and seeing Luna Festival getting like so much, what do you call it? Importance and priority for any of the games. I mean, it actually feels very, very good. And also, like now that we're finally into the game, we are. I mean, what's the current meta? Just walk me through the current meta. I mean, what do
They
people
just
do?
Yeah, so in the Indian meta, that hasn't changed one bit. So since the time you have been playing, they go in for a lot of CCs, a lot of team fighting compositions. We do not see that much of split push in most of the teams. So that has remained the same. But yeah, I think people are now, trying to pick champions like Olaf, what I've previously mentioned, just to counter that sort of a meta. So the meta hasn't changed as far as the Indian teams are concerned. But I think, yeah, they're trying to adapt a bit.
And also, what is this which I'm seeing? Am I seeing Prophet playing mid lane? Because from what I remember, Prophet used paid easy here, and him playing mid lane. Man, I'm not really sure what's going on over here.
Probably they are just trying to flex that yes, of course they can play all the roles in the game. So yeah, I think they're trying to do that itself.
It is going to be quite a hard lane for Seraphine, right? Because when you're playing against Six, especially when you're playing a squishy champion against the Six, you need to be wary of the Six poke, right? Because Six is a champion which can poke you out, right? And if you're going to be getting bullied by Six, there's nothing you can do in a lane to win the lane, right? And it's exactly what they're going to be looking to do, right? Look at Pantheon giving prior to Six because he knows Seraphine is a very squishy target, and it's going to be a very, very easy fast block for him. He tries to gank, but then it just doesn't really, nothing really happens with that. Meet on the top side, Darius is in top side trying to bait Malphite, or Jarvan is looking for gank, but then Malphite can be very smart and not come out because he knows Jarvan can be somewhere up there, so he's going to be playing close to the tower.
Right, over here in the bottom side as well, we were seeing Pantheon going for an engage, and because of that, I think Ash had to use her summoner, her flash to be precise, to get out of that situation. Because of course we know Pantheon is an early game champion. If you feed Pantheon in the early game, you are bound to get in trouble because of that. And we might be seeing a skirmish over here.
I mean, yeah, we are going to be seeing because we already are going to be getting the stacks fulfilled on Nami, and Nami is going to be getting stunned, but then nobody's really going to be going into the kill. So Nami gets low, but then Vayne is not going to be getting a kill. We are going to be seeing the invade. Jarvan's going to be done blue buff, and with this said, Jarvan is going to be pretty successfully going to be able to take the invade and get the blue buff. So King of Jungle, aka Pantheon, is going to be left with no buff over here, and I mean we can already see a slight jungle gap coming because Jarvan is onto the Ziggs, and he's almost going to be able to get the kill also. But then Ziggs has a very optimally placed S3 and he escaped due to that. So well played by Ziggs, knowing what to do. And over here, it's all talking about the top lane matchup. Vishy is already level 5 and Malphite still level 4. So I think they might be going. I mean, Vishy has a good chance of getting the kill though, but he's just going to be looking back off. And we are going to be seeing Seraphine ultimate being used, and the fast blood comes in. Seraphine's ultimate powered up with her S1 and S2, ends up securing the fast blood for her. So with this, I mean, as you said, right? Expect unexpected.
Yes,
kill
exactly.
over the Ziggs.
Wow, that was an amazing ultimate, and I think we still have time for the Drake to come in. And I think the first Drake is going to be the Ocean Drake. So Seraphine might have her ultimate again back during the Drake. But as you were mentioning that skirmishers, they do have a very good macro play, and we are seeing that not only the jungle invades that we saw early in the game by Lost, but again that Seraphine play when she took out Ziggs with ultimate ease. I mean that made a lot of difference in the whole momentum of the game. And it'll be really interesting to see, with about 20 seconds left for the Dragon, which team will be starting off. My bets are definitely on the skirmishers.
I mean, yeah, with that being said, we are already seeing the ADC gap over here, right? Because in your Vayne, you can't really make anything happen in the first Dragon, right? And also Ash, right? Ash paired up with the Nami. I mean, look at the goal difference for the Ash already has 2.83 gold. Meanwhile, Vayne is Vayne's has higher gold than Vayne. Ash, I mean, she needs to be like little bit more optimal while farming. So we're just going to be seeing the basic jungle market here. Skirmishers are going to be taking Dragon, and Punchline going to be taking the Herald. And Vayne is still in the bottom lane trying to make something happen, trying to farm over here. And the Dragon does fall, and it's going to be the rest of taking it. And blue side is going to be taking the Herald pretty easily. So I mean, let's see what's going to be happening out in this game. So usually when such a things happen, right, when there's objective trade, the team which always gets the Herald, right, they are always going to be looking to push in towers. But then, I mean, something very strange is happening here. Malphite has rotated bottom side, middle 17 and Ziggs and Trauma staying over here. So I'm not really sure what's the rotation plan over here, because top lane has just been left open. Look at that, it's just chunking down the tower, and he's able to get it first taking very easily as well. So I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Seeing very weird.
Yeah, I do feel that this was a lack of communication from the blue side, because Malphite, I think without any notice or whatsoever, went to the bot side in order to save Vayne. But in the meantime, he left his turret wide open. Luckily for him, Ziggs was there to just help him out a bit because the entire turret did not go down. Of course, Darius did manage to get a plate down, but not a lot of damage being done on the top side. Given the fact that a misplay happened, to say the least.
And now that we are going to be seeing a force fight up, and we are going to be seeing them going to trouble, and yes, the kill does fall in. Pantheon is going to be able to secure the kill on Seraphine as she ends up falling. Meanwhile, the top lane is going to be getting punished. Malphite is going to be forced to use his ultimate, but is that going to be enough to save him? Pantheon with the Grand Star fall. But then, can he get the kill? Yes, he's going to be able to land the star on Lost, but then I don't think that's going to be enough to get the kill. Vayne's finally be hurt, but then can Vayne get the kills? No, Nami's going to be there in some time and just save them from going in for the hyper engage. So good rotations coming out like blue side over here, right? Malphite's ultimate, Pantheon's ultimate, and Nami rotating over, Vayne rotating and just put some pressure on. So at this rate, right, I mean the goal difference is quite even, right? But then Pantheon needs to make something happen, because we all know Pantheon's a very, very early game with the jungler, and if you can't make something happen in the early game, late game Jarvan is going to be capping you, right? Because late game Pantheon, I mean, yeah, Pantheon is still a good engage option, but then compared to Jarvan, who just becomes a very, very meaty tanky key champion, uh, I mean, that just, uh, I mean, what do you say about that?
Right.
Pantheon was out
Yeah,
the lane,
yeah,
right?
I completely agree. I mean, it's now time for the Pantheon to make those plays happen because, as you mentioned, it's an early game champion, and if you do not make the most of it, then of course, during the late game or even the mid to late game, you will fall off. And I think we are seeing punchlines go towards the bottom side and trying to get a turret over here with the help of the Rift turret, which they successfully will manage to do. In the meantime, the red team is causing a lot of trouble in the mid lane, and I think they will be ganking Vayne over here. But I think Wayne
I
manages to
mean,
escape.
there was so much resources used for the win, but they still didn't end up getting kill on Vayne. Jarvan's ultimate used, Nami's ultimate used, and who's that person? Yeah, Ash's ultimate use as well. After using all of these three ultimates, you're still not able to get a kill on Vayne. Vayne is being to survive. And with all of that being said, right, Blue team is finally going to be seeing the map and they are able to punish skirmishers very, very harshly. I don't think it was worth taking a mid tower for the sake of getting, giving out 3 kills. So with that, skirmishers going to be ahead almost 1.5k goal, and they're also going to be winning out the fight. So Vayne silently storming. If Vayne is the champion, which you need to be looking out. Just look at Vayne. She's getting the red buff. She's going to be taking every creep in the one side of jungle map as well. And then again, right, Vayne and Ziggs, you can't beat them in the late game, no matter what comp you're playing, right?
True, true, true. I mean, yes, you correctly mentioned Wayne. I think if they would have able to get Wayne killed in that match in during that team fight, then it would have made a lot of difference. But of course, Wayne managed to escape with a sliver of HP, and that not only gave them a morale booster, but also helped them get a couple more kills before the dragon fight. And of course, they will be ahead in terms of gold punchline. And let's see if they can contest this streak or not.
And with this dragon, the second dragon being the infernal dragon, it's going to be a very important dragon for both of the teams to secure, right? Because skirmishers can't let Punchline get this dragon. Because if Punchline ends up getting this dragon, the sixth poke is just going to be unbearable. And Vayne, what do you call it? Flies, or what do you call it, baby? That's just going to be very, very punishing for skirmishers to handle. So with that being said, we are going to be seeing all 5 members of the two team assemble in the dragon fight, trying to get tower control, and they are going to be looking. Look at the poke coming out, right? Vayne is already poking out Vishy, and Ziggs is already poking out the mid lane, right? Look at him. Look how low Ash already is. So if the same trend continues, Ziggs can just end up poking like everyone, right? So it's going to basically be free dragging for them. So let's see what's going to be going on. Vishy is going to be trying to clear the wave out. You're going to be seeing Braum giving some like extra defense options here. But then Malphite over here, right? Malphite is the one to fear. If Malphite can get a proper 2-man ultimate, it's going to be like very devastating for the red side. Jarvan, meanwhile, on the bottom side, trying to go in for the flank, but can the flank be successful? He's going to be going in, the Jarvan ball comes in, Braum ultimate is going to be coming in as well. Malphite ultimate is finally going to be hitting 3 members, and that is going to be and Malphite is going to be able to get so many kills, but then Ash is still, Ash is still alive, right? So, the target selection over here is not with the best over here. Ash is still alive, Vishy is going to be still alive, Ziggs is still alive as well, but can he get the kill on Vayne? Yes, he is almost able to get the kill. Yes, he ends up getting the kill. So with that, we are going to be seeing Blue team win up the extremely good fight over here. And I would say the MVP of this fight, right, was the Malphite. He ended up having a 3-man ultimate, and with that 3-man ultimate, I don't think anyone can sustain so much damage. Because look at Malphite as well. He's going for the tanky build, but then that gave a lot of CC options for them. Right?
Right.
I mean, with the Malphite being in the front line, all Ziggs has to do was tap and submit, right? And so with that team fight win from the blue side, we are going to be seeing the dragon go at them, and the infernal dragon is going to beat us.
Right. So I think they used a lot of resources to get that dragon, which of course is a worthy dragon. But again, skirmishers in the meantime got the Rift turret, and not just that. I mean, there was a beautiful engage both by the Seraphine and the J4. But again, Malphite ultimate actually cancelled everything out, and we are seeing a team fight again right now. Oh my God, that's one after another. They almost managed to get hold of Pantheon as well, but not to be. They will take the jungle camps down, and over here they are looking really good. I mean, of course, the scoreline may show that Punchline are ahead, but if you see the gold, then you are seeing skirmishers be ahead by just a bit, and that is what shows you how the macro game is to be played. I mean, you can be behind in terms of kills, but if you place your if you just farm and take care of all the minion waves properly, then you will be equaling in terms of gold as well. So I think it will be really interesting to see as the game goes on with the Infernal Drake on their side, how Punchline will be able to make the other plays happen.
Also, look at the punchline's position first, right? All four of them are near the red side jungle, right? And they are going to be looking to get some kills. They know he lost his bottom. And look, all of them marching towards Lost. And I think Lost is going to be able to fall if he's not getting spotted. Recall does come out, and he is able to successfully recall before the blue team is going to be spotting him out. So, I mean, a lot of time wasted with them, but they did end up securing the buff. So, yeah, not an overall bad thing for the blue side.
No, that was a really good timing by Lost. He barely managed to escape in time, and of course, now I think they are trying to chase down Malphite over here. Vishis does pull him in, but I'm not sure if that will be enough. Pantheon is coming in, but J4 ult has already been used. Ash's ultimate also comes in, but not to any use. Malphite goes in right now, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to get any more kills from here. Seraphine also goes in, but misses her ultimate. And I think with that, we are seeing the blue team go ham right now. Blue team is actually changing the course of the game. Vayne gets a double kill over here, and I think with that, the red team has been forced to go back. Wow, what an engage that was. It turned out into a counter attack, to be honest.
Yep, exactly. I mean, skirmishes then expect so much follow coming up, right? Because all of a sudden, 6 ultimate comes in, all of a sudden, Pantheon comes in, and with the Jarvan ultimate already being used, right? You are out of engage options, and with Nami not being there in the fight, you are almost definitely going to be losing the game, and that's exactly what happened, right? Vayne was there, and she absolutely punished everyone, getting a triple kill over there, and all of those kills going towards her, right? Look at the goal difference, it's already 2k right now, and talking more about the build, look at Vayne. Okay, Vayne already has the Blade of Doom King, she already has the Wit's End, and now she's building towards one of the crit items. So if Vayne is able to complete 2 of the crit items, we all know what that means.
True. The only good thing for skirmishers right now is that the Ocean Drake has not gone to Vayne. Because had they given the Ocean Drake to Vayne, I think it would have been more or less GG's. Because you know how deadly Vayne can be with the Ocean Drake.
Yeah, and I mean, the Herald is going to be used in the bottom side, but I don't think that's going to be, making much of a difference over here because it's just going to be able to get 1 tower and 6 already had on the top. And with that being said, the next dragon is going to be coming up in another 10 seconds, and it is going to be the Cloud Dragon. So I don't think any team is going to be very interested to contest the Cloud Dragon ball. Ultimately, just a Cloud Dragon, right?
Right. I think they'll be more interested in catching the other team off guard while they're taking the Cloud Dragon. I mean, that'll be the plan, but let's see which team actually initiates the Dragon fight. And it'll be really interesting to see if Punchline manages to go, they decide to go in for the Dragon, because if they do, then the other team, which is Skirmishers, they have a better chance of going in for a counter push or a counter attack and instead stealing the Dragon. So I think we might be seeing a skirmish right now in the mid lane.
Yeah, we possibly might be seeing a fight, but Seraphine is already quite low, so I don't think anyone's going to be looking to fight. And with that, Milan, a Milan wait over here, Pantheon and Vayne are just going to be staking the Dragon out very, very quickly. So a really great move by the blue side, just showing 3 people on the map and just making red side believe they are not taking Dragon. Meanwhile, Vayne and Pantheon just taking Dragon and just getting it very, very quickly. So with the Dragon going to them, 2 dragons are going to be down fast, right? The Wen and the Infernal Dragon. So I guess if the game is going to be going in the current momentum at which it's going, I think it's going to be a very, very uphill battle for skirmishers.
Yes. It'll be really interesting to see how well they can. And actually, Ziggs used his stasis over there. Not sure what the plan was, but I feel it was a misclick to say the least. But let's see. He has his stasis coming back in about 2 minutes or so. So if I think this is the perfect time for skirmishers to take a fight right now, and I think they're planning exactly to do that. Oh my god, that was a very close escape for Ziggs over there.
Yeah, if that ultimate had hit, right? If Ash's ultimate had hit, and Fishy was almost ready to go jump on the Ziggs and just slaughter him, right? But then the timely flicker does come in, and that's what's going to be saving this that. And now that, we are going to be seeing the next fight at Baron. All teams are looking to fight for the Baron, and we are already seeing Lost position himself for a flank, and Fishy is already going to be clearing out the wave. So we might be seeing a proper engage come out because they know they are going to be seeing the 6 at the top lane. They are going to be seeing Phantom in the top lane. So I think this is the right moment for them to go and fight. And Bishi does land the hook, and we are able to get so many elements going to be being used. And can Ash change the thing? No, Ash is not going to be changing the thing. Phantom is going to be coming in the Starfall. Ash is still going to be serving. Nobody is going to be going on for the Ash. Ash is going to be serving at the slipper of HP. But Ash, she's going to be able to hit the ultimate as well. We are going to be seeing Phantom commit from a very, very long distance, and he is getting the kill on 13 as well. But with this entire fight going towards blue side, Vayne was not targeted at all, and Malphite's ultimate on them was just like, "You la la."
Yes, correctly mentioned. There was a definite targeting diff over there, and I think skirmishers need to go back to the drawing board and see what was lacking over here. Of course, you gave the Infernal Drake to Ziggs, and that does mean that you'll be getting out a lot of poke. But still, they could have made a comeback over there if they just targeted well. And they need to choose the fights properly. They need to take the right fights and catch the right opponents off guard. Because if you engage on a Malphite or a Pantheon, or even a Braum for that matter, it won't be that much of a trouble for the blue team to take a counter, to go ahead and have a counter play in place, because that's exactly what they did over there and got a couple more kills for their side. And now,
I
as you
mean,
can see,
I'm
the
very
gold lead,
disappointed
yeah.
at I'm very, very disappointed at Jordan's ultimate, right? Because when you have the six in
Yeah.
the top lane, you have Pantheon in the top lane, right? Why do you want to engage in the prom? You didn't even engage on the Pain, right? The ultimate was in the prom. And look at even Lowy here right now, right? He's going to be getting caught away and he's going to be getting a very free kill. And with the kill going towards them, it's just going to be making the late game a 4v5 situation. And with the Baron already on the blue side, right? That's not good news.
Right, of course. And as you can see, the only good thing is that the red team's bottom lane has pushed and might even take the T2 down. But I'm not sure if that will be really helpful for skirmishers, because they do have a lot of catching up to do. They are behind by around 6k gold, but if they can just manage to save their inhibitors for the next minute and a minute and a half max, then they might be in for the chance. You never know. You get the Elder Drake and that you an Elder Mountain Drake, and you are in with a chance to win the game.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that still looks a slight possibility because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're thinking, you're still thinking Darius. I mean, Darius is the one champion who is the only champion who is like a specialist in getting pentakills, right? So, if there's anyone who can win the game for them, it has to be Darius.
Hmm. True, true, true. Well, I'm still waiting to see a very good Nami art, because I think Nami and Seraphine, I mean, the idea was perfectly right to get Nami and Seraphine in, but I think we might be seeing a fight right now.
Yep, and we are actually seeing the fight. We are actually seeing Fancy using the ultimate, and he's gonna be like in the 5 of them. He's gonna be getting a toss, but then I don't think that's gonna be enough because Pain at the backline is just melting them away. From with the shield is gonna be just attacking every single thing, and nobody's targeting the win. Just look at Pain going for the fast kill, going for the second kill. She has getting the triple kill as well. Oh no, it's gonna be dominating. So I mean, at the rate that the game is going right now, I think the game is pretty much done. And now that the Elder, I mean, now that I got 3 kills, I think it's a pretty much free Elder.
Yes, of course. I think after taking the Elder Drake, it's just a matter of time before they end the game. Probably we might be seeing a 1-3-1 push, and they might take it slow. Just make the our skirmishers, suffer a lot more, so that they can just bog them down morally, so that it's easier for them to win the second game as well. But let's see which way Punchline manages to end the game, because either case, Punchlines will be victorious. That's what I feel in this game.
Yep, we are going to be seeing 6 getting caught, but then 6 amazing micro over there. He ends up surviving. Fishy, he ends up surviving the Nami's ultimate. A very perfectly timed dash and a very, very perfectly timed S3 as well. So this is the kind of micro play you need to be seeing, right? And the follow up coming from the blue side, right? They end up getting both the kills, right? Fishy, who wanted to get a kill on Ziggs, ends up dying instead. Nami was there to support Fishy, ends up dying instead. And now with everyone on the blue side over here, they're just going to be looking to force the game out and just end the game over here. Darius is going to, Lost is going to be dying, and with Tosh dead, it's just gonna be up to Ash to defend the NF, and I think it's gonna be like very hard for Ash to defend the NF. But Jax already on the core, Vayne already on the core, so I guess this is pretty much game one. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna be seeing the winners of this. Not winners. We are gonna be seeing game one go towards Punchline for this best of 5 series of the Fire of Resurgence series upper bracket finals. So after seeing this game, right, Nix, what are your thoughts on this game? Because this was pretty much a stomp, I would say. Now, there's no point in the entire game where I felt like he was winning.
Yes, of course. I mean, I do agree that, again, I would say the same thing. The idea was right, but execution was missing from the red side. They did have a good comp, I feel, but they did not target well. I mean, they had to go after Ziggs, they had to go after Vayne, but all they were doing is catching the tankier champions off guard and then trying to make those engages happen. And that's always going to be your doom, because if you don't get Ziggs or Vayne early on, then they are going to make you pay, and that's exactly what they did. If you see the damage charts as well, Vayne did around 30k damage, Ziggs did around 26k damage, and that's a lot. I mean, as compared to say Seraphine or Ash, I mean, that shows you what the state of the game was.
Yup. So I mean, with that being said, if you guys are enjoying the streams, make sure you subscribe to the channel, also like the stream, because I can see a lot of you are watching the stream, but then I see very little like. So it will mean a lot to us. So if you guys could subscribe to the channel, also like the stream, and so see the damage numbers, right? I mean, as you said, Bane 30k damage, 626k damage. I mean, even if you add up the damage numbers from Bishi and Jarun, that doesn't add up to that, right? So I mean, explosive damage coming out from both of them. So going in after seeing the draft of game one, going to game two, do you think that's going to be a similar draft, or do you think it's going to be like a very, I mean, there's going to be a change in draft?
No, I think first of all they'll be getting to hear a lot from Bishi, the red team, and after that they will be definitely changing the draft. I feel they might be making a comeback with a much more different build than what they have gone in for this game. So let's see how the second game pans out. That's the beauty of league. Every game is different. Every team will be competing for. I mean, both of these teams will be competing for the second game equally hard as they did for the first game. So it will be really interesting to see how the second game goes. Again, my money is definitely on skirmishers because they have got the experience on their side. So let's see how the second game pans out.
Yeah, so we are already seeing them, making SG lot, because apparently these people are Bangladeshi, right? If I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, I think they are from Bangladesh. I think Cable Card Esports, Punchlines, quite a few teams have joined from the other continent as well, and that's really exciting to see different teams coming from different regions. A lot more meta picks being seen on the other side as well. So it's really refreshing to see that.
And so we are just going to be right back after making a Singapore lobby. So yeah, after seeing the game, so I want to hear your chart prediction. Who do you think is going to be taking over this game? Do you think it's just going to be Skirmishers taking home the game too, or do you think it's just going to be Punchline just going into Tom, marching in and getting a 3-0 this season? Let me know down in the live chat. So and sure support your favorite teams as well. But hashtag TG, not team, sorry. What's team name again?
Sorry,
What's team name again? What is the team's name again?
Punchline and Skirmishers.
Oh yeah, so sure. Support your favorite teams by hashtag punchline or hashtag commercials, so that you can, even they can feel a little bit motivated to have fans supporting their series.
Of course, I think we are seeing a lot of support for Punchline as well in the chat. And it's really exciting to see. That's the competition that we want to see. Both the teams are equally competitive. As I was mentioning previously, that they have had a really good run so far. Both the teams, like Skirmishers, I think in the first match they were up against BTC 69, which they won quite convincingly. After that, they went against DYN. Again, a run through by Bishi and team. And lastly, I think they were fighting against Void, if I'm not mistaken. So again, they have had their share of the journey, and it'll be really interesting to see which team actually wins this finals of the upper bracket.
Yeah. So I mean, I would be like really grateful if you guys could if you could let me know what's happening in the lower bracket as well, because I haven't been following the Resurgence series, but then I do know in the lower bracket there's a team called Rory's Panega 2 and just anti-error basically. So what are they at?
So let me just quickly check. I think the lower bracket has also been going really exciting so far. We have Void and Alpha Bets in the round 4 of the lower bracket right now because I think Turodi Banega and DR Unique. I think their winner was supposed to face Void. And the match, by the way, guys, is going to be on 17th. So make sure that you do tune in for that match as well, because that's going to be an amazing one. And also, I think TDT went up against Annihilators, and the winner of that will be facing Alphabets. So yeah, a really good competition overall, to say the least. And yeah, both upper bracket and lower bracket teams are performing really well.
Okay, so I mean, that's really great to hear that are people who are still interested in playing the game. So yeah, with that, I mean, we are going to be coming up with interesting things all throughout the year so that we keep engaged. So just have some trust in the team, have some trust in Level Up Gaming as well, because we won't let the game die. So yeah, it would mean a lot if you guys would support the stream also and like the stream, because a lot of you are watching and I just see very few likes. So take a like for though, it means a lot to us.
Yes,
And yeah,
of
with
course, of
that,
course.
we are finally going to be starting the game, because I think everyone's ready over here, if I'm not wrong. Okay, wait, what am I saying? Who Tiny Alliance is a Grandmaster, Bishi Grandmaster? I mean, are people even pushing rank at this point?
Oh yeah. I'm
People are
not sure if
pushing
you've
rank.
seen Bishi's stream last night. He was really grinding it out. So he went to Grandmaster last night itself, and I think Tiny Airlines has been grandmaster for a while now. So yeah, I think they have been grinding it, and I think that's a sign that Wild Rift might be coming to India, and we might have no news about it. What do you reckon, Chief?
I mean, Wild Rift goes. See, I'm not really sure what's going to be happening with Wild Rift, but then we all know Wild Rift in the spots over this here to stay, level up gaming. So we're here to stay. So irrelevant of the game coming to India or not, things are going to be happening. Things are going to be happening. So we just want your support so that we can continue doing the same. So yeah, and also I mean not just Wild Rift, right? I have been playing Clash Titans a lot in the meanwhile, right? Because I mean I basically deleted Wild Rift and I'm playing AOV Clash Titans 4. So I mean that's a very fresh, refreshing change because Wild Rift is certain is a very hardcore game, right? You need to focus every single game, right? But
Mhm.
then Clash of Clans is time pass. You know, a lot of आके खेलो 10 minute time pass कर लो, you can go offline, right? So that's why like I enjoy Clash of Clans more. But then I am definitely looking to come back to Wild Rift and even play some
Right.
content for Wild Rift. So what about you? Are you like still focusing on Dark Push or what's going on with you?
Well, I have been focusing on both the aspects, both, I mean, rank push as well as the competitive scenario. And I'm sure a few of you, like in the chat, I can see, I'm not sure, Chief, if you can see the chat right now, but there's some hashtag slap nicks going on right now for no reason whatsoever. So, for me, by the way, personally, I'm focusing on building my own team right now. So, yeah, competitive scenario is definitely on, and rank push, obviously. I mean, that's a casual rank push session that always takes place after work hours.
Okay. So I mean that's great to hear. Okay, even you're willing to. I mean, moving more to the competitive side, right? Because we're building a team,
Right.
especially in a very competitive game such as Wild Rift, right? I mean, it's just a very very big deal because I mean the competition is fierce. Even when the game is like kind of low in the current stage, the competition is fierce, and that's exactly what's reflecting in this game also, right? Combo Shift is
Mhm.
a very very competitive game over here, and with the obviously with the winning side being Punchline. So I mean, the scene is still not dead. The scene is still there, and I'm really happy to see all of this happening. And so we're finally going to be moving on to the draft phase, and we are over here. And this time it is going to be two side being PG, right?
Right. So let's hope we get to see Seth being played over here because it's been a while we've seen Seth being picked in the draft phase, and we haven't seen that many good Seth games. Yes, people have picked Seth, but not used it to its ultimate potential. Because I have seen people make plays with about say 0 HP or almost close to 0 HP and taking down double, triple kills with ease. So it'll be really interesting as to what skirmishers or punchline picks in this match. But as of now, we are seeing Ween getting banned. Of course, no surprises over there. Brom as well, and on the other side, we are seeing Galio again, a flex pick, and Alistair getting banned.
Okay. But talking more about the Brom, right? So we didn't focus on the Brom entirely in the first game, but then seeing the Brom, he was he was real carry behind Punchling success, right? Every single ultimate coming in from Ash, every single ultimate coming in from Nami, and
Mhm.
yeah, everything was blocked with Brom shields. So I mean, he was silently the carry, and he was part of the reasons why Punchline won, right? Part of the reason why they were able to snowball so hard on the way and the thing. So I mean, after seeing the spectacular performance of Brom, PG did notice that. PG is going to be panning out the Brom. And also not the Brom, right? Look at the three bans coming out. It's going to be the Bean ban, it's going to be the Brom ban, it's going to be the sixth ban. So, I mean, it's basically the three picks which they picked up in the first game. So, I mean, with all of these unconventional bans coming out, right?
Mhm.
The red side
Yeah.
is just going to be picking up Lulu and Kaisa. I'm not really sure how good Kaisa is right now because I think Kaisa is a very now ADC right now. Because I think he would much rather go for something like a Varus pick, right? Varus, because Varus is like a very GD match, right? If I'm not wrong.
Mhm. True, true, true. Kaisa, I mean, if she gets an item, then of course she's still the Kaisa which we knew in back in season one. But again, Kaisa is a very strong pick. Again, if she gets her item, only then. In the early game, she struggles during the first game fight, first dragon fight. But let's see how the how Punchline decides to play Kaisa during the objectives. But we are seeing again Bishi go in with a Darius, probably because it's his comfort pick. And let's see how that ultimately pans out because in the last game, Bishi was definitely struggling with those hooks and everything. Keeping in mind all the CC that was coming in from Punchline, but let's see over here what the pick is going to be.
Yeah. And also, I'm very surprised if you're not going to be seeing because from what I know, from what I've seen from Russian hacks video, right? Morgana is like the best jungler you can have, right? And I mean,
Right.
isn't Morgana being picked? Is she like bad or like what's up? Because I don't think because Morgana, I mean Morgana, Varus, and I think Jace, right? They're all the champions which are almost immediately picked if you're going to be seeing the EU scene, if you're going to be seeing team. But then over here, I mean, people are just still stuck 6 months back in time. Still playing Wukong, still playing Lulu, still playing Darius Pantheon. I mean, when you have better options, right? Morgana is there. I'm not really sure. I'm very confused at this point, right? Why
I
are these OP
mean,
champions picked?
see, Morgana jungle has also been picked up a lot, and Morgana as a support is again a very strong pick. But I'm sure that they must have tried it, but still getting used to the meta that's going on in the other regions. The Indian meta obviously will take its own time to settle in, but yeah, let's see. What punchline or skirmishers might be going in for. Again, Nami and Lulu, they are meta picks. But yeah, I was really expecting to see Morgana or some other good picks in the support side. Okay, we are seeing Vankisha go in for Lux. Probably Lux mid, I guess, over here.
Okay, Lux mid. I'm not really sure why would you go for something like a Lux mid, right? Because I mean, Lux by itself. I mean, I do agree. Lux is a very good champion, like with a lot of
Mhm.
shielding and healing abilities, and also like a lot of poking abilities as well. But then when you're already one down in the series, and if you're going to be already playing something like a Lux mid, when you already have a very squishy support like an army, right?
Mhm.
uh, what do we even see? And look at them just picking up Diana and Garen, right? How did they miss
Oh
Garen?
my
This
god.
champion, Garen, right?
Garen.
That's what we all call him.
Yeah, exactly. Garen is a brain dead champion, but again, he needs to do is just to soak up all the damage, and all the damage that will be given from the red side is by Diana and in fact Kaisa as well. Again, from the drafting phase, I still feel that I feel that punchlines have a much better draft going ahead in the second game as well. So it'll be really interesting to see if skirmishers can bounce back with the draft that they have picked in this game. What do you reckon, Chief? Do they have a chance with the Lux mid and Pantheon, Darius? I am really doubtful of that.
I mean, see, like looking at the comp, right? Blue side has to win every single fight. I mean, if they
Mm.
don't win every single fight, they're gonna be losing at the game. But then on the complete opposite side, right? The red side, they need to win only one fight to change everything, right? So if you are not
Mm.
going to be winning the fights consistently, Diana's going to be eating you up. If you're not going to be winning fights consistently, again, Wukong's going to be eating you up. And then again, right, you have Garen. I don't think you are going to be having enough damage in a late game in the Garen because ultimately you are still playing Pantheon, you are still playing Darius, you're still playing Lux, right? You need some
Mm.
hybrid carry ADC, which is, I mean, of course, this fulfill the illusion, but then that's not enough. Because look at Kong. Wukong is going to be providing so much CC. Garen is going to be tanking up so much. And at the end, when Diana comes up, uses her Moonlight Starfall, I
Mhm.
mean, it's going to be
It's pretty
very,
much done.
very hard
Yeah.
game for them.
Of course, of course. I mean, that one Diana ult or that perfect engage from Wukong followed by a Diana ult might change the course of the game. And I think we might be seeing the lobby getting created again because Lucian is still there in the base along with Pantheon. So I think we might, yeah, I think they're moving towards the mid lane. The lobby might be created again. So guys, please stay tuned. The second game is yet to begin. And yeah, so as you mentioned, the from the drafting phase, it does seem like Punchline might be going ahead and having a really good draft. So let's see what the second game has in store for us.
Yep, and finally allowed me back. And also, yeah, this is what we are going to be seeing. Right? It's going to be Profit playing Lucian in the middle, and Rami is going to be going in the bottom lane with the Lux. So, I mean, it's very interesting to see a Lux being played in the bottom side. Because, I mean, back when I used to play, I don't think Lux was played in the bottom side. I mean, I did see Morgana being played in the bottom side as a PC, but then Lux, it's very strange.
Well, they did get us, off guard with that Lux ADC pick. But I think it, doing something different over here might actually help them in, winning the game. But Lucian might be in a spot of bother right now with both Diana and Wukong going in on him, and he had to use his honey fruit over there in order to, escape with just a little bit of HP. But again, let's see how this Lux pick favors the blue team over here.
Yep, and also in the mid lane, we might be seeing the first blood come out very, very soon. Both these champions are extremely low. Diana and Lucian, very, very low. But then a single blow can, just get a kill over here. But I don't think anyone's going to be going to get a kill over there because, I mean, ultimately you can't afford to give a kill to Lucian or even Diana at this point, right? So everyone's going to be looking back off and is going to be getting the scuttles as well. Bottom side is going to be going to TGP side, and the top side is just going to be going Kong. Also, we're talking more about top lane matchup, right? Garen versus Darius. So I'm not really sure who wins the matchup. Who do you think wins the matchup? Garen versus Darius matchup?
I think it all comes down to the micro gameplay because yes, in a Garen versus Darius matchup, Garen does have an advantage or used to have an advantage. I'm not quite sure. I do not play top lane that much, but again, it's all about the micro plays that you make happen. How confident you are going in against Darius when you're a Garen, because you would lack some sort of mobility when it comes to the stacking up what Darius does. So after 5 stacks, it's GG for Garen, and once Garen loses his lane, there's no way he can make a comeback in the entire match because Darius still has an ability to take a penta, but Garen definitely does not have that, and we might be seeing a fight happen in the top lane right now.
Not in top lane, we might be seeing a fight happening on the bottom side as well. Pancho is going to be there for the gang. And talking about a top lane matchup, right? I mean, that was a catch from Wukong, but then nothing really coming out of that. And also on the bottom side, right? Pantheon did going for the gang, but then nothing really comes from the bottom side as well. This basically shows how cautious these teams are playing.
Right, they have everything to play for in this game because it's the second game, guys, of BO3. So still, both the teams are in for a great matchup because if the blue team manages to get this one, we will be moving in with a score of 1-1 into the game 3. And let's see how it pans out because Pantheon is coming in with his ultimate. Not sure what the planning was, could have executed it a bit better. But again, a Pantheon ult being used just about 40 seconds away from Drake. Not sure if that was a wise move.
I mean, Pantheon's ultimate being used, and that's your only real engage option, right? Because you can't really rely on Nami to engage. Because, I mean, Nami is a good follow-up support, right? Not an engage support. And with Pantheon's ultimate being used over here, I don't think they have any other good engage option. Meanwhile, on the left side, they have multiple engage options. Diana ultimate, Wukong ultimate, Garen just going in, and then Lulu just ultimate someone up with the wild growth. So, I mean, with the ultimate being, I think it's going to be like a very key objective for the blue side. For the red side, if they're going to be looking to get either one of them, they are all marching towards the Herald because they know it's a Wind Dragon, and Wind Dragon is not really worth taking, not really worth heading for. So Lulu is finally going to be, I mean, already they're going to be had in the top side. They're just going to be seeing Wukong being had as well. So once Diana's going to be coming in, I think they're just going to be going in for an all-out engage and just getting all the kills. Garen meanwhile just being putting the ward, just doing some now. Kaisa has created in the mid lane side that something then making it happen here. The redemption is going to be used, so we might be seeing engage come out in just a second. We are just going to be seeing Diana going in. Diana is going to be going in, but back at the Hadishul goes to one side. Garen is able to pretty much get the kill on Nami. Nami is going to be dying as well. We are going to be seeing Diana trying to get the kill. Yes, we are going to be going in for tower dive as well. Wukong is going to be died with the Cyclone as well. They are able to get the triple kill. Okay, it's going to be Garen getting double kill, not kill. That's might be in trouble over here. Garen's finally going to be back off. Lucian on the bottom side, right? Lucian's going to be able to get a free dragon. We are going to be seeing Lucian in a couple of years. Lucian's going to be forced to use her barrier, but I don't think that's going to be enough to pay for her, and she ends up falling as well. Prophet ends up getting the bottom tower, but then I don't think that was worth it. I mean, okay, but TK, you did get the first turn, you did get the Herald, but then you're using out on the team fight, right? Look at the goal difference already. Already a 2k goal difference.
Right. Of course. There is a lot of goal difference, but they've got 4 kills right now, and that does make some sort of a difference. Yes, of course, they've used a lot of resources to get those 4 kills, and I think this dragon might be going to the blue side, given the fact that the red side does not have a lot of resources to invest in this dragon, and of course, they lost the bottom turret. Does not help their cause one bit. And now I think we might again see a fight happen in the mid lane. And we almost saw a fight over there, and I think Bishi was ready with the Sook and just waiting to get a lot more damage from there. And as you can see, the Lux is doing a lot of damage. So do you reckon as the game goes on, we'll be seeing a lot more plays happen by Lux? Those roots, those damage dealing abilities that she has, I think it will cause a lot of trouble for the red team.
I mean, yeah, if Lux is going to be able to hit the root, right? That's the only way Lux is going to be shining out, right? Because it can be missing out on the root, they basically forces an entire team fight. Because even the shields are not going to be enough to save anyone, right? Because everyone can just one-shot do it. And if Nami is not able to hit any bubbles, because that's what happened over here. Nami was able to hit the bubble, and that's the reason why it's going to be dying. Also, Pantheon touches a very, very hasty ultimate. I don't think that was needed, because Tower is ultimately even fallen, and Nami ultimate coming in from behind. Again, a waste of ultimate over here. So I think, he's playing a little bit out of thing, like a little bit out of line, because they need to be, getting the mentals together. Because this is not what we are expecting. Pantheon wasting his ultimate, Nami wasting his ultimate, and again the luck over here, right? I
Right.
mean, what do we even say?
So I really expected them to go in for the mid turret, especially when they use the rift turret. So over there, Pantheon using his ultimate just to make sure that the top turret does not go down, knowing the fact that there are two champions with the minion wave, so it was bound to go down. So I was expecting the Pantheon and the other teammates to stay in the mid lane, make sure that they take down that mid turret, because mid turret is a very essential part of the entire map. If you get the mid turret, you get hold of the entire map, and then I think you will be dictating terms. But again, just 400 HP or so remaining on the on the mid turret, and I'm not too sure if that will be a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of pressure won't be required by the blue side to take it down.
Yeah, Musa, this is going to be taking the meta pretty easily because just look at HP, just 400 HP. I think it's just one flow, okay? Meanwhile, everyone's going to be rotating, get a kill on Garen. Phantom's going to be her, Nami's going to be her, Lux is going to be her as well. But can Garen fall? Because Garen is again a very DC champion and he's like just playing around with them. Just look at him. He's going to be able to melt Phantom down so much. I think he might possibly get a kill on Phantom as well. Because I mean, the way he's playing, he might possibly get a kill on Phantom. He almost ends up getting the kill on Phantom. So very good one in this situation by him, but then that was kind of sad. If he had anyone supporting him, he would have probably, I mean, changed the entire thing around. Cause look, the follow up from the other side was like very mediocre follow up, right? And with the follow up going all to the top side, there will be two, I mean, leave the mid turn without any defense, and PGP will be able to get the mid turn without any contest also. And now that the next hurdle is going to be coming in 10 seconds, I think blue side can go for that. They can fight for this.
Yeah, of course, of course. I think blue side needs to go and make some plays happen, because as of now, if you take a look at the scoreboard, it's a 1-5, and they are behind. Not by much, but still they are behind, and that will be something that will be bothering them a lot. And we can see not a skirmish. In fact, it's a full-blown fight that might take place at the Rift Hall right now.
Yep, everyone's to be here, and Lux is going to be again missing her rooftop. She's finally going to be here as well, but can anything happen? Nami is going to be having a 5-man ultimate, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Dallas is going to be having a very, very bad ultimate, doesn't really hit anyone. Kai'Sa is going to be getting ulted by Lulu, but then she is the one who's doing the real damage. Let's just look at Kai'Sa and the backline doing so much damage. Can Phantom go to kill? No, Phantom not going to get a kill on Kai'Sa. Phantom finally going to be coming in with the ultimate, but yeah, that's not really enough. Diana's going to be hard. Diana's going to be the one falling first because she was a bit caught off. We might be seeing, yes, Dan has to be surviving as well. Garen's going to be tired on Phantom. I think they might very easily get the kill on Phantom as well. And with that, the entire team fight is going to be like a completely one-sided fight by the red side, right? Because literally nobody was targeting the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa on the backline just did so much damage. And Diana ultimate wasn't the best ultimate, but then with Kai'Sa dealing so much damage, Kai'Sa not getting noticed, Kai'Sa was the real MVP of the fight.
I think with the drafting phase till now, we haven't seen skirmishers come on board with something special, because they are making mediocre plays happen right now. But still, it's best if you don't count them out, because they have got the experience. So let's hope they can make a difference in this dragon fight.
Yep, and now that Dragon's be here and everyone's going to be looking contest to Dragon because of this Dragon might change quite here. We are going to be seeing Diana going again and she ends up being a 2-man ultimate, but that's going to be now. Dragon is going to be getting stolen by the Pantheon. A great job by Pantheon getting the kill. But then, even though you have got a Dragon, I don't think you're going to change that because Wukong's finally going to be that second that's coming and it's going to be a 3-man ultimate. But then with all of the follow-up coming from Kai'Sa, they might possibly get a kill over here or can Bishi change the fight. They are looking to go back. Wukong is finally going to be going in for the second year of Cyclone and the perfectly executed trigger comes in. Diana ends up getting rooted over here, so very well played by Lux over here. But then, was that enough? Was it worth it? Because I mean, yes, that this was the chance for you to come back, and you did play very aggressive. And this is what we're going to be like, looking to do, right? Because once you have champions like once you have champions like Pantheon, right? You are supposed to make these plays early. So that's what PGT is trying. And with Pantheon getting the steal on Dragon as well, right? That was just like the cherry on top.
Mm-hmm. Right, of course. Blue team isn't giving up right now. In fact, not just the Dragon steal, but over there, Lux used her ultimate to get one more kill. Probably could have got the second kill as well, but wasn't to be. And over here, we're seeing Garen to be in a spot of bother. But again, Garen being Garen is tanky enough to make sure that he doesn't succumb to that pressure. And I think with that, we are seeing the game move on towards the mid game, and it'll be really interesting to see where two dragons up. Can the blue team make a comeback? Because as of now, they are behind by 4k gold and a lot of kills. In fact, if you take a look at the turrets that are down, luckily for them, they've just got 2 turrets down so far and have got 2 turrets down themselves. So again, towards the late game, which team do you think, Chief, will be having a better comp and a better, pressure on the map?
I think it's still gonna be the. I don't want to say the blue side, but then it all depends on how well the Lux is gonna be landing the route, right?
Mhm.
Because if Lux is gonna be missing on the route, I mean, that's no way you can win the game. And with that,
True.
I mean, if Lux, sure, like no, forget about the Lux. But then I think it's still gonna be the red side's game because I mean they have the Wukong. I mean that's again just gonna be giving you like so much engage option, and like I don't think anyone can survive that. Right? So look at the bottom side. We are gonna be seeing Lux land the route, and we are gonna be seeing Nami going for a follow up as well. A very well timed flicker is gonna be coming out. So Diana is gonna be there as well. Dash is gonna be going in deep. She might be able to get the kill. No, she's just gonna be getting across and she's gonna be lifting the back off. So very much a proper. These teams know the limits over here.
Mhm. True. Exactly. And I do feel that both the teams have it what it takes towards the late game to deal a lot of damage. But again, from what I feel, that a composition that has both Kaisa and Diana in their team will definitely, dictate the terms towards the later half of the game. And that's why it's really important for skirmishers to make a mark right now, because it's the mid game. And once it goes towards the late game, it's all for Punchline to lose, because they can't lose with the Kaisa and Diana. If they do, then there's definitely a lot of thinking that they would have to do over here. And I think with the Baron spawning, we might be seeing a fight happen really soon.
Yeah, I'm not really liking how Lost is playing this game because he almost ended up dying in Garen in a 1v2 situation trying to get a top current, right? Because as Pantheon, you can't make such rookie mistakes. He almost died, but that it is like he was quite lucky he didn't end up dying, right? Because I mean, Pantheon, he just ended up using the shield thing and he just got some damage reduction from that. So yeah, that's kind of sad. We are seeing some big more from Jungler side. We might be seeing Kaisa venturing a little bit too deep. Okay, Shade is going to be looking back off. So now that Baron's going to be up, and not just the Baron, right? Now that Info Dragon's going to be coming up in the next 30 seconds, where do you think the fight is going to be happening? Do you think it's going to be happening at Infernal Dragon? We can already see in the blue team pigging out the map, going in for the Infernal Dragon because they know Infernal Dragon is going to be a very important dragon, and they are just going to be getting up to the fight. So middle top side, we are just going to be seeing Garen going for a 1v1 with Vishy, and he almost, just carrying Vishy away, and he's just going to be looking back off. Meanwhile, mid side, we are just seeing Kaisa, decent damage, and just back and off. We are seeing them just clear out the way and just get some revoke possession. And with the revoke possession on the red side, I think red side has a very easy chance of carrying the dragon as well. Pantheon ultimate is up, so I think if Pantheon could be able to steal this coming into the grand spellfall and just in this fight, I think that's just going to be GG for the red side. Because Nami ultimate is going to be there and it's going to be missing everyone. So that very wasted Nami ultimate, and Gary is going to be focusing on engage as well. They're just going to be seeing Kaisa go, and again the ultimate is going to be being used. Nami is not going to be there to find, and that's quite sad. We are just going to be seeing Wukong winning the Cyclone again. We almost on 3 of them. They are able to get a kill. Gary comes in again and getting the second kill as well. And with that, the entire team fight is going to be taken out by them. And now that they have one team fight, not a single one dead on the red side, they are going to be just looking to go into the Baron. We are just going to be seeing Diana being a little bit too cocky, ends up going over here, but then I don't think she's able to. Oh yeah, she's going to be able to survive. We are just going to be seeing her going for the kill on Nami. Nami is going to be flickering away a little bit too much overextension from side Diana. The Vishy ends up getting the kill. Vishy is on a rampage. I think he's going to be looking to get going to the Baron as well, but I think that's going to be a little bit too deep besides that off. That's just going to be that. She ends up getting a stack. She's going to be going in with the Baron buff. I think Vishy is not going to be falling as well. Vishy is going to be used for the and you can be running away. So entire fight over here, right?
Of course. That was something. That was some action happening at the Baron fight and before the Baron fight as well. So again, a Nami ultimate, we expected a lot more from that, and it only ended up getting to Garen, and that's it. Pantheon is coming in, but I'm not sure if that will be enough. Oh my god, he actually ends up stealing the dragon. Again, Lost coming in and showing his class. What a steal that was. Again, do you reckon with 3 dragons in and the infernal the elder dragon being the mountain might be the only thing that is keeping them away from this game? So again, skirmishers not giving up hope, still trying their level best to keep themselves in the game right now. They have lost a turret more, but again, with 3 dragons in, you never know which way the team fight could go. But the way they are doing right now, I think it's only Lost that is taking the dragons. Of course, he's making some misplays, but he is getting those important dragons for skirmishers and keeping them alive right now. So I think, yeah, it's all in for the next fight that will happen. But before that, they need to make sure that this Baron buff does not cause a lot of trouble. Because yes, Punchline are pushing in right now from both the mid and the bottom side. And if they can manage to, make sure that the Oh my god, we are seeing a team fight right now happen, but Wukong is going in. Not too sure if this is a wise move, but yeah, Diana is going in with just a one-man ultimate. But yeah, oh my god, that is a horrendous play. But with that, I think they have got lost. They have got Profit as well, and Vishy is now on a rampage. He is taking down one after another, and with that, he might even end up getting one more kill. Garen actually ends up popping his stone plate, but won't be enough. And what a turnaround it was! Oh my god, Chief! Again, we are seeing two back-to-back fights happen, and on the opposite side, we are seeing both the teams take one fight each. So, what do you
I
reckon?
think
What's the next phase?
this was the thing which DGT was looking for, right? And the most amazing part about this entire fight for the past 30 seconds was that Lux was hitting her binds again and over again, right? So this is what you
Mhm.
wanted to see from the Lux, right? Because this is what Lux is. This is why the Lux was being picked up. Lux is going to be hitting the root. They are going to be winning the fight, and that's exactly what happened. Lux was hitting every single route, and the Kai'Sa over there, he was a little bit out of position over there, and then getting bubbled by Nami, and that's what the fight then lost in that fight, right? Because nothing was enough to save the Kai'Sa. The wild growth coming in, the Garen coming in, but then TGT had the priorities right. We need to kill the Kai'Sa on 3-2 in this game, and they killed the Kai'Sa, and that's exactly why they won the entire team fight as well. I mean, with that team fight when going towards the blue side, the goal lead has a bit, I mean, has even a little bit, but still not enough. So we might be seeing, I mean, it's going to be coming down to the next fight, right?
True, true, true. With the Baron spawning about 27 seconds, but we are seeing, Lux do a lot more damage with those three dragons, especially the Infernal Drake. So yeah, we should not count out Lux. Sorry, my bad. We should not count out Lux as of now because yes, she has just one kill till now, but the damage that she is dealing in these team fights is a lot, and that is helping everyone, be it Pantheon, be it Darius, to get those ultimate kills. And I think the red team might be starting the Baron right now.
And now that the battle is up, I think this is going to be guys get the battle very easily. Nami also is going to be coming in again. Pantheon is going to be coming a little too early this time. That's not going to be enough. And with that, Pantheon going in, we are just going to be seeing Lucian ends up falling very, very quick. Right priorities coming up by Cash. Just ends up going straight to Lucian and Lucian dying. And with Lucian dead, I don't think I don't think there's anyone on the other side who can like Lucian who can end up getting this game. But Cash can get the kill. Cash is already going to be surviving. Garen's going to be hard, but I don't think that's going to be making them in the game. Lux is hitting every single dude for the. Wait, what? Did she? Okay, she ended up getting the kill, but then Baron is still going to be going towards them. I don't think. Oh my god. Did you just see that? Did you just see that? The Kai'Sa! Oh my god, she ends up walking on the Luxus thing and she ends up dying out there. With Kai'Sa not being there in the fight, can they still end the game? Yes, I think they can very easily end the game. The Baron wins happening with her on top side there. They can very easily get the and with the NF being taken down with 7 seconds on Prophet's timer. I don't think 3GP is going to be there in this game to save this. And with the score falling in just a while, we are just going to be seeing the game 2 being taken away by Punchline as well. So with this, we are up in the series 2-0.
Wow, definitely weren't expecting that when the stream began. Obviously, Punchlines were the underdogs over here, but they are proving it otherwise. They have given skirmishers a run for their money, and that's exactly what the scoreline tells you. 2-0 right now, and in fact, in the second game, they were 10-22. And again, Kai'Sa doing a lot of damage. In fact, Garen surprisingly did a lot more damage than most other champions that we were expecting to shell out a lot of damage. Like Diana, we were expecting Diana to run the show, but no, it was Garen who got a lot of kills, who dealt a lot of damage alongside Kai'Sa. So I think the Kai'Sa Lulu comp really played well. And skirmishers definitely have their work cut out for the third match, which will be a do or die game for them. If they can somehow manage to win that game, then they will be alive in this finals. Otherwise, it's Punchline's game.
Yeah, and also like looking more at the damage numbers, right? We can see Lux having 31k damage, and that's like more. I mean, even if you add up profits and losses damage, right? That still doesn't add up to Lux's damage. So I mean, Lux was the. I mean, to be very honest, Lux was the only person who was playing good because Nami was utter useless in this entire game. एक भी ultimate नहीं पड़ा. Every single ultimate by Nami, right? That was very bad. Not a single ultimate was good from Nami. Lux was trying his best. Lux was trying the best. I mean, Bishi was trying his best, but then and also like Pantheon was getting lucky stealing the dragon. I mean that was pure luck. That wasn't skill. I'm not going to think he tried to punish, but then that was pure luck. But then Profit, right? Profit in mid lane. I mean he just started falling because he had the goal. He had the items also. It was look at Profit. He had the items. He had to carry the game. But then that just didn't like reflect onto the late game. And with the my page is lagging too much. So guys, yeah, we'll be fixing the technical issues in just a short while. So yeah, we'll be back. The stream's gonna be like proper, so don't worry about that. And yeah, so next, so after seeing the game two also, right, with the very unusual
Mhm.
comp coming out. I'm sorry, a very usual comp coming out, right? Because Wukong Diana has been in meta for like almost 6 months now. So
Right.
uh, what do you think is going to be going on in the third game?
Well, I definitely feel that the camp and skirmishers will be, thinking a lot as to what they will be bringing in for the third game, and it'll be really interesting to see because yes, they did try something different. That was a Lux ADC and Lucian in the mid lane, which of course Lucian is a very strong pick, but with the items being there and the gold being there, he could not capitalize. And I think it's more about the positioning that was something that did that caused a lot of problems. Kaisa positioned herself really well during team fights when she had to be aggressive. She was aggressive, but Lucian always I felt was overstepping just that little bit, and Punchlines was taking advantage of that. So I think all they have to do is tweak a little bit over here and there. Small mistakes that skirmishers are making, but again, Punchlines are making sure that they capitalize on that and punish them even harder.
Yeah. And so already in the chat, we are seeing hashtag reverse sweep or hashtag clean sweep, right? So which side are you inclined more towards? Is it going to be a reverse sweep or is it going to be a clean sweep?
Well, I think if you want a proper scripted finish, then we should see a reverse sweep. But again, um, I want to be on Bishi's side and say yes, it will definitely be a reverse sweep. But the way they have lost both these games, it's really hard to make a comeback. I mean, we all have played competitive at some point or the other, and when you're that behind and you've lost very badly, then it's a very difficult to get your morale up and be charged up for the third game. And I think it's all about the confidence, and skirmishers are seeming to lack that.
Yeah, I mean, of course. If you're lacking confidence, you can never win in this game. And with the
Hmm.
series already being 2-0 towards Punchline, I think it's going to be a very, what do you call it? It's going to be like very hard for them to come back because, I mean, your mental is going to be down, your morale is going to be down. And with the momentum at which Punchline is going to be going forward, they must be looking to get a clean sweep over here.
True. I think they will be looking towards a clean sweep, and of course, all the punchline supporters are here in the chat who are, voting for a clean sweep. But let's see. I don't think skirmishers will be giving up as of now. They will be trying the heart out in the third game, and let's see how the third game goes on. We might be seeing a slight delay, and we will be getting back towards the third game as well.
Yeah, so guys, just if you guys are enjoying the stream, just make sure you like the stream, also subscribe to the channel because a lot more things are going to be coming up. And this is just the upper bracket final. We are going to be having a low bracket final. It just come up in just a short while, not a short, I mean, the next few days. So I'm sure you don't want to be missing on that as well. Just turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on that match as well. So yeah, the lobby has been made. The players are going to be had as well. So we are just going to be starting in the second game. So yeah, I want all of you to put down in the chat hashtag reverse sweep or hashtag change sweep and show your support to your favorite team or I mean obviously skirmishers. Uh, I mean a little bit off the metal this game down already in this game. So yeah, let me know what do you guys feel. Uh, smiling through the pain. Okay. None of these players are online. Why none of these players are online? Okay, I think we might have lost Nick over here. So yeah, so we'll just be back with the game in just a short while. So don't go anywhere. The stream's gonna be back. So the game's gonna be live in just a few moments. So yeah, just stay tuned. We'll be back with the game three in just a few moments. It's okay. Don't use VPN. So I'm not really sure what's going to be about. Yeah, so people are finally gonna be here, and we are just gonna be going in game. So next, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, so hey guys, we are finally back in the up bracket finals, and we are seeing the series score already being 2-0. So it's a do or die situation for skirmishers at this point. So we are going to be moving straight into the draft phase. So we have Cheech over here, who's going to be my co-host for this game. Cheech, have you seen the first two games?
Hello. Nice to meet you all. Um, basically, this game is do or die, basically, for the skirmishers, yeah? So, I mean, for the past two games, we've seen pretty standard comps come out from both the sides, nothing too crazy. But this time, Punchline can afford to do some crazy stuff here.
I mean, yeah,
Let's
they can try out something very, very new, right? I mean, I really want to be seeing something like Volcana, something like Chase, something like a set, right? Because I mean, these are all very broken champions, and I mean, I'm really wanting to see something new, right? Because seeing Wukong is just boring. Seeing
we
Diana
see the
is boring.
same like 10 to 15 champs picked on repeat, like they haven't unlocked anyone else yet.
No, I mean, that's not the point, right? I mean, since the time which I have left while this, I mean, I left like almost 3 months back. The meta has not changed. People are still looking to just play Vayne. People are still looking to play Wukong. People are still looking to play Diana. So, I mean, nothing new has been there in at least in the Indian meta. See, again, the challenge is going to be picked up on the blue side. And
Thresh. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, Thresh is interesting to cast at least. Like, you can clearly like see visually when Thresh makes good plays. So that's that. Pantheon's going to be picked up on the side of Punchline. I mean, Pantheon is Pantheon.
Again, yes, we did see Pantheon. I mean, play wonderfully well in the second game, but then Pantheon was played with loss that game, and we did see loss getting 3 Dragon Steal, right? That's what you're going to be looking to do as a Pantheon, right? Go in with a grand Starfall and just get the Dragon Steal. So, can King of Dragons do that? Because executing Pantheon well is very easy, but then playing good on him is just a very hard task, right? Because if your team is not going to be following you up on the ultimates, if your team is not going to be following up on your stance, I think you're like pretty much fucked. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this match is going to be played. And also, seeing we're talking about the picks, right? We're just going to be seeing the same comp coming out. We're just going to be seeing the Lucas being played by the left side from the side punchline. So they played wonderfully well in the second game. I mean, Kaiser was the reason why they won the entire game. So they are just going to be going very safe. They're not going to be trying anything new because they want to be going for the hashtag clean sweep. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to be clean sweep, or do you think that's going to be a reverse sweep?
I mean, it's always good to hope for a reverse sweep, but I mean, in this case, like, you got to be realistic, like, to some point.
And also, like, now that we're going to be moving on to the second phase, the third phase, we are just going to be seeing Ari being banned, Yasuo being banned, and again,
Olaf ban. I mean, I guess, like, if they want to pick, like, I mean, they already took J4.
I mean, yeah, that's like pretty decent. I'm not too sure why the Olaf ban was coming up because I mean, yeah, that
I mean,
was
Olaf in the Baron lane is not that strong.
I do agree with you. So, I mean, I'm not really sure why the Olaf was banned, but then it is going to be what it is, and we are just going to be moving on. So we are finally going to be seeing something new being played, and it is going to be the Morgana being played by the red side. I'm really excited to see how Morgana is being played because I mean, Morgana, I think, is it going to be in the mid lane? Yeah, it is going to be a Morgana in the mid lane. So it is going to be matched up against the Twisted Fate. So I'm not really sure who wins up in mid lane. Is it going to be Morgana or Twisted Fate? But then I do know for the fact Morgana is extremely busted, right? So really excited to see what they can make. What they can make happen with Morgana. Of course, you have the Thresh, you have the Renekton, and the Shea on Renekton, right? We all know how good a player he is on Renekton. So, and also like Renekton's gonna be matched up against Garen, right? So, who wins? Who's the matchup? I think it's Renekton's matchup, right? Renekton versus Garen.
Renekton, yeah, in the early, like in the early game, I'm pretty sure Renekton wins. I mean, Bishi is also like arguably one of the best Renektons in India, actually. So, I think that Lost will be looking to go for the Baron side Scuttler.
I mean, Cutler.
Keep in mind, they are under tons of pressure here. It's very easy to make a mistake when you're when it's basically the last game. Realistically,
I mean, it is like there's gonna be like so much pressure on the blue side, on the red side, right? Because losing out this one, you're just gonna be getting eliminated, and the entire thing is gonna be like a clean sweep, right? I mean, nobody's expecting clean sweep. Everyone's expecting a reverse sweep, but then, as you said, right, that's very realistic over here.
And a clean sweep,
at which blue side is going, I think they can pretty much go into the clean sweep, right? And they already are very confident in the pick, right? Because Kaisa, Lulu worked out for them, and they are just gonna be taking that work out again. So.
The thing is, a clean sweep hurts even more. Like when you're a respected team already. It hurts even more.
Exactly, right? Because all of the players, right? They are all very, very well-known players in the Indian community, right? Bishi, Prophet, and
these guys aren't like your random average players. These are like the top players, and to give such a bad performance, it's not very good. And already a small fight happening in the mid lane here.
I mean, that was a very, very good. That was a very, very good thing coming out by them. The execution was almost perfect, but then they just didn't didn't match up for the flicker, right? I mean, what they did over there was Morgana last time. Pantheon, so not Pantheon, sorry, Morgan lands the stun, Renekton goes in, stuns them again, and then all the damage is going to be coming out from the Thorn and the Lucian, right? They did try that, they did experiment something new, but then yeah, it was kind of like nice they're trying something new out, but then it didn't really work out, but then it was fun seeing something
new. Lost. Yeah, probably looking to get the bot side scuttler. He knows for a fact that Garen doesn't win these early trades. And J4 looking to gank the mid lane here. If more, the thing about having a Morgana on your team, it's very easy to gank if she lands the root. It's basically a kill. Ooh, and J4 actually starting the bot side scuttler.
We see Lucian getting caught out. He's just going to be getting Cape and Thresh's Lanterns. Very, very good play by Thresh because Thresh knows his trick, right? So, I mean, it's always a pressure thing of the Thresh. When Lucian was almost there, he ends up using the the Thresh's Lantern and going. And with that save by Thresh, we are just be seeing lost save for the Netta and here. Bottom side is still in a little bit of pressure for the blue side because I mean it's Thresh. I mean you can't really play very aggressive when you Thresh and the opponent, right?
We could have had a double scuttle coming from the red side here, but unfortunately they decided to gank the mid lane. Once again, TF had to flash, by the way, so next time they could hope to get that kill there. Blue side somehow they're ahead in gold. Even like
ahead in gold, right? Because I mean look at how bad the Pantheon is. Pantheon's not very bad. Lost is again going to be making a mistake against the ball and giving fast start to that, right? So I mean I have not been satisfied with Lost's performance in the entire series, right? I mean Lost, I mean he was I think top 10, top 15 junglers back when we used to play, and him playing at this stage, I am not really happy seeing him.
Pressure definitely mounting, and Pantheon going to ult to the bot side here, gets the stun onto Lucian. Lulu picks up the kill. That is mad. Oh, Thresh, the hook lands, wasted ultimate. I mean these guys are all over the place now.
Yep, exactly. And also like top lane matchup, right? Garen is already level 6, meaning she's not even half of level 5, right? So I mean there's already like a top lane gap coming out with at least in the experience shot, because I think I would say because I mean Garen
he did get the kill. He did get the first
exactly.
blood.
So I mean it is going to be like a very bad news for Vishy, right? Because Vishy is going to be using his ultimate up, trying to make something happen, but then he's just going to be looking back up and getting the tower shot. But then Garen could possibly got into the kill if he had the ultimate, but then no.
The pressure is clearly mounting on the red side here.
Yeah, I mean the pressure is like really on the red side because
you start getting real fidgety when stuff like this happens. Like you don't know what you're doing. You desperately try to make plays and it doesn't work out. And blue side Rift Herald, red side Drake. I mean, fair trade. They might gank Bishi immediately after this. Okay, can Thresh land the hook? No, he doesn't. Kai'Sa is going to get away. And 2 for 0. Red team mounted blue side Rift Herald. Around a 2k gold difference. Not too much, but once again, it's always going to be in the back of your mind.
I mean, and already the goal difference, right? The goal difference is already 2k in the favor of blue side, and it's just 3-5 minutes, right? So 2k goal difference for 5 minutes is quite huge, right? And I mean, with all of the
No. A comeback is still possible, but it's going to be in the back of their mind. It's going to trouble them for the rest of this.
I mean, I'm not denying the fact that comeback is not going to be possible because, like, of course, when you have something like Lucian, when you have like a Morgana, right? Comeback is always going to be very possible, right? Because I mean, you just need that one throw, you just need that one hook coming on from Thresh, and that's all you need to come back in the game, right? But then it's quite hard to make this execute that, right? Because look at one side, they're just going to be seeing the referee.
They get the first turret.
First turret, that's what, right? So I mean, things are going downhill for the red side. I mean, it's going to be like very, very hard for them to come back.
Things aren't looking too good for the skirmishers here. Punchline clearly in full control of this match. They're getting everything.
Yeah, I mean, Kaisa is Kaisa is also getting like very ahead also, right? Because look at her item, she's going for the very optimal build, going for the execution falling, going for the other state. I think Vampire's I mean, this is the best build you can go for Kaisa. So yeah, if you guys are looking to learn Kaisa, you guys can like just copy the build with this guy's thing, fantasy. Yeah. So this is the build you guys need to be going for. So yeah, take note of the man, learn from, because I mean, this is how we get better on Kaisa.
There's quite a bit of time before the next objective spawns. So right now, skirmishers, they should look to get control of the map. They've already lost the bot side turret. They can't get too... They have to be careful, but at the same time, they have to control the map. You gotta roam with Thresh, J4, Morgana. These are all great for catching enemies off guard, yeah, but you have to make it happen. Ow, that's a weird play. But he still gets it, I guess.
Yeah, look at how aggressive the fantasy is playing. Like, he's going to be going for the tower against getting the kill. He's also going to be going for the kill and pistol, but that's just not going to be the case. He's going to be killing as well. I mean, just the amount of aggression at which the blue side is playing, I think the game was pretty much that perfect, right? Because Bishi is trying his best to make anything happen top side. I mean, he did get one plating, but then I mean, that's going to be basically nothing. And also like talking more about the fight, right? Panther had an amazing ultimate start. I mean, that was, see, this is the kind of pace we are looking for when you're playing Panther, right? Going in very aggressively, just going in and getting all of these kills. Also, like top lane masters, Garen and the next episode is going to be trading off close, and then this is going to be like, oh, Garen is like knowing she's going to be looking at recall, going on. He ends up the kill against the...
Gets the solo kill onto Bishi there. The ultimate comes out. And even Bishi hasn't, like, his performance in this in the past 3 matches hasn't been up to the level that we'd expect, and that's unfortunately for the red side. That's not a good time to die. You have the Rift Herald and the Dragon spawning at the exact same time almost.
Dragon is going to be spawning. It is going to be Nippon Dragon. So I don't think that side is going to be in a position to contest the Dragon, but then that's exactly where they're going to be doing.
Yeah, Pantheon's ult coming out here. They might be able to steal it. Holy comes out. J4 jumps in with his ultimate. Lulu ults onto Kaisa here, and Lucian's going to be taken out. Garen following up J4. Oh, good plant. Ooh, he actually gets away there. He actually gets a... might be a return kill. Unfortunately, no, Morgana has to flash away, and I think, yeah, this is going to be a free dragon for the blue side. Rift Herald summoned in the mid lane. They're getting every single objective. They're doing basically whatever the hell they want to.
I mean, that was a very smart play by the blue side, right? Because knowing that side is going to be doing with the I think most Indian teams, right? Most Indian teams would be just going to be looking to get the objective trade, right? But then what we just noticed over here, was that recruiting those, they can just cock their head up in the dragon and in the herald and then go for the dragon, right? So this is not usually what any average or even any good Indian team would do, right? I'm really impressed with how the blue side is playing. So I mean, the brain which is used, right? They're not brain that.
I mean, they did have the TF ult, which is basically, we know where the hell you are, we're coming to get you. But as a form of I think Bishi is going to die here again. He might get the turret. Yeah, he gets the turret. Garen ult's going to land.
Rampage.
I mean,
they get something out of it. They get one turret.
Garen is always getting the kills on Bishi. Like, look at Garen, 3-0 already, and Bishi is like already 0-3. And think with Bishi being 0-3 and already the first side being bought, right? You can't really possibly look to have a comeback. And now that
I mean, especially on Renekton, if you fall, like if you get destroyed in the early game, there is no coming back. That's the only issue with playing Renekton. You have to snowball early.
Yep. And also, guys, like I'm seeing a lot of toxic comments, a lot of targeted comments towards like few of these players. So I would urge all of you to not be toxic towards any of these players because this is a friendly competition. We're all over here to learn. So yeah, I urge all of you not to be toxic and be supportive of all these players. Because I mean, I do agree they look bad, there, but then let's support these players so that we don't let them morale down. And yeah, like
Blue side,
right, they're just
deep inside the.
take out every single ultimate can be used, which is using the ultimate, Fresh can be using every single thing, Morgan can be using it, and then Charon again is just going to be that. He just gives me tank using as well, and I mean, I'm very, very good at this engage on the right blue side, right?
I mean, at this point, they can do whatever they want to. I mean, in the early game, the red side failed to capitalize. They had the Thresh, they had the Renekton, they had Morgana, they had J4. They had such an aggressive team with a very good potential for getting picks. But like we didn't see any great Thresh hooks come out. We didn't see any follow up with the Lantern, and a fight going to break out right now in the jungle of the blue side here. J4 going deep onto the marksman, but unfortunately Lulu also there to help them. Morgana ults but has to flash off. Ooh, and Thresh gets away.
I mean, the entire party was doing hell in the fight, right? They won this in a 4v5, and they lost his positioning over that. That was like terrible positioning they lost, right? He ended up going a 1v3 over that because when he knows the team is backing out, why do you even want to be going in? So I mean, bad decision making coming out by loss, going in 1v3 and ends up dying, and also like lost his goal, right? He's like very, very behind in form. He's almost only at 6.6k goal, and the Thresh is almost equivalent to jungler's goal, right? So as a jungler, right, you can't have equal goal as a support. So already a kind of a jungle diff coming out over here, a very big jungle diff coming out over here, right? Because
I mean, especially like compared to like a roaming support like Thresh. I mean, to be fair, like he is getting his jungle raided all the time. Like I think this is the second time his buff has been stolen by the blue side. Oh, we actually might see the Twisted Fate. Oh, and he gets away with his ultimate. That is so
clean.
unlucky.
Very, very clean. I mean, they did see it's going to be that as well. Almost perfect ultimate, right? He ends up like saving him like, from almost immediate demise, right? So great play by the Fate, not dying with Haran. I mean, Trash is going to be getting super spoke by the Kaiser, right? I mean, Rules are going to be coming in, but then nobody's going to be going in. Garen's going to be coming in to the gank. Flank and Garen is going to be there as well. So we might be seeing a fight over here. Garen's going to be there. Can he make something happen over here? Yes, Phantom's going to be there for follow-up as well. So this might be turning out into a proper fight over here. The others going to be seeing the fights. They thought Kaiser's going to be dying as well a little bit too much. I mean, for the Kaiser to handle, Lucian's going to be using Wellington and ends up getting the kill. He ends up getting the kill on the Lulu as well.
And look at the Twisted Fate.
Just going to be easy to get a cover. Phantom's work is going to be coming out, and I don't think that's going to be enough to. Yeah, I mean, especially the hook over here, and that's how we really need to do. He almost is going to be able to get the kill on Thresh as well. Now he ends up falling. Twisted Fate is almost going to be ending the game. This is what heavy in the game now. I don't mean the game.
They won the fight because it was a 4v5, but Twisted Fate getting that bot side inhibitor turret. I mean, I guess it's like, yeah, it is worth it.
Yeah, it is definitely very worth. I mean, even in a 4v5 situation, we could see it was the Red side who was struggling to win, right? Even in a 4v5, right? I mean, this is
even in a 4v5.
The supremacy over here, right? I mean, look at the goal lead. Like, it's almost like a 15k goal lead over here. So, I mean, with a 15k goal lead, I think even a 3v5 would be a very, very easy thing for them.
And the way that Coyote Stark just went in from the back, like he took all the punishment for like 10 seconds straight and lost like 20% of his health. Morgana here has to get away.
Definitely, this is what I expect from Garen. Right? I mean, when you're taking Garen, you need to tank all of the damage. I mean, all of the, everything. That's basically Garen. He's tank up everything, right? And he's doing exactly what he needs to be doing, right? Almost perfect ultimates, almost perfect tankiness. Also, look at the items, right? What Garen's filling. He is going for the, I mean, the third tanky Garen item. Black Cleaver, Thornmail, Gargoyles and Strength. I mean, with superior macro, that's also like a little bit.
Can we see a steal here? Oh,
okay, we are going to be
stolen the Baron after, but I don't think it will matter. Falls immediately. I mean, they're too far behind. Like at this point, like stealing the Baron only prolongs the match. It doesn't do much. 14-5. Baron Nashor have been stolen by Lost.
I mean, it wasn't even a skill, right? I mean, that was just the blue side's bad. It wasn't. I would say it was. Look at the smite, right? He still has a smite, so it was just lucky. It was just lucky, right? It
I mean, dude, at this point, they're gonna need all their luck. And Lucian here going full onto Shiro, and Thresh, unlucky man, Thresh picking up the kill. I mean, like I feel that it was necessary for Thresh to attack Twisted Fate before he could ult away, but that is so unfortunate when you're already losing and the support gets the kill. That is so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean that's still okay, but then Twisted Fate then had to die over that. I mean that was just kind of best bad, and the Twisted Fate died. I think they are able to do the end of
Lulu ult comes up, Pantheon coming in.
But this was a very
fresh Kaisa ult. This is basically being so far ahead that you can do whatever you want. Like even with the Baron, they aren't able to push forth. And Bishi ults and goes all in. and Garen, was that a double kill? Things aren't looking too good for the red side here. Unfortunately, I don't think we will see a reverse sweep. We won't even see a fourth game for that matter. It's going to be a clean sweep from the side of Punchline, and they just might end the game here.
Look at Mrs. Vegas walking in and a little bit of friendly DM coming in the here. So yeah, so with this in second and opponent as well. So I think all the blue team is just going with the going for blue. Right? Blue team is using the Italian, but that's just enough. I mean that's just literally nothing for the code, and the code is finally going to be taken down. So with the code being taken down, we are just going to be seeing Punchline take home the victory, a 3-0 victory again. Skirmishers, and we are going to be moving on to the finals of the Resurgence series. So,
very, very convincing performance by Punchline here. Like we were expecting like a 50-50 match, but they just destroyed. They annihilated them. There was not a single moment where like the Skirmishers like had control of not only this match but even the previous two matches.
okay, yeah, and like all in all, if you would ask me, like looking more about the damage numbers, Jungler 0-4, even Ban Crusher has more damage than Jungler. Loss, very dissatisfying performance by Loss in all the games, right?
Very disappointing performance of like someone of such a high caliber to perform like this. It's not fun to see. 0-6 lost. I mean, even Bishi 1-6. Like if you're behind on a Renekton and like you have Bork, it's not going to work. Garen on the other hand, 6-1.
Lulu's goal, right? If you look at the Lulu's goal, Lulu has more goal than Jarvan, right? If this is going to be the case where the opposing team support has more goal than the jungler, right? What do I say?
At that point, it's over, bro. It's over. There's nothing left to do. Blue side, of course. Kaisa with the 26.5k damage. Pantheon, of course. Pantheon played very well. His ults were really good. And the blue side's performance in general, like not only in this match, but all the 3 games in total, where they put up a very good performance.
Yeah, so with this, we are finally going to be coming to an end of today's series. So the bet is going to be taken home by what's the team name again? I really keep forgetting the team names, right? I think.
Bro, are you kidding me? Punchline and Skirmishers.
Yes. So Punchline is finally.
Hello, Chief.
Home the win. All I remember is, I see even them, right? I'm just calling them as TGT, right? So, I shouldn't really be calling them a TGT because they have, what do you call it? I mean, the name.
Yeah, they basically have the old TGT lineup. Yeah, makes sense, but.
yeah, so this is kind of sad. So with this, we are going to be coming to an end of this entire series. The win going towards punchline, and skirmishers are going to be going, I think, moving on to the lowest bracket. So if you guys enjoy the streams, make sure you like the stream down below, and also like subscribe to the channel because it would mean a lot to us. So we are having
Press
a
all the
lot more
buttons.
content.
Make sure to hit all the buttons onto the stream to show your love and support.
Icon, Yo, Cost, all these and all same, but he just team well. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, right? They played extremely good. I mean, so congratulations to them for winning out this game. So we are going to be coming out with a lot more series and a lot more games. So make sure you turn on notifications and also like the stream. I mean, this was a very intense series, a 3-0 storm coming out. I would call it a storm because I mean, there was no point in the game, but I saw this commission winning. So yeah, GG well played to all the players and congratulations for Punchline moving on to the finals of the Resurgence series. So we are just going to be going what do you call it? The lower bracket, right? Yes, we're going to be going on to the lower bracket game. So we are just going to be starting with those in the next week or something like that. I'm not really sure about the schedule. So I ensure you don't want to be missing out on that. So with that, we're going to be signing off. It was me, Chief. It was a pleasure casting this entire series. So yeah, hoping to see you guys next.
Have a good night.